Salut tout le monde, ici Joey Alfiery. Les Alouettes remportent le match de ce soir contre les Riders par la marque de 41-12. Toute une performance de l'équipe en bleu, mais absolument incroyable. Les trois facettes du jeu étaient solides ce soir. On a... Non, just see it, it's fine. So it's all good. Thank you. Alors, gros match. Oui, on est en direct, donc... il y a des choses qui doivent se faire, mais non, toute une performance de la défensive aussi. Ils ont accordé un toucher seulement en fin de match. Et c'était 2 placements pour la majorité du match. Mais vraiment, c'était un placement. Donc, grosse performance dans les 3 facettes du jeu. Que dire de Caleb Evans? C'est pas évident. On l'a su une trentaine de minutes avant le match. Que Caleb Evans allait être le carrière partant ce soir. Il n'a pas rentré et joué le héros. Il a commencé par une longue séquence à l'attaque avec des belles courses. C'est lui qui a inscrit le premier touché du match pour s'assurer que c'était un avantage de 7-0 pour les Alouettes. Mais non, toute une belle performance de... Anthony, ready? Or you have to go in? Okay. You can come back. Yeah, go and come back. All right. Donc, les joueurs sont rentrés dans le vestiaire. Ils vont sortir bientôt et on va parler aux joueurs et au coach bientôt. Encore une fois, un autre long touché d'Austin Mack, un autre interférence. Donc, non, c'est ça. C'est quand même, ça s'est bien fait. Walter Fletcher aussi très bien joué ce soir. Il a connu une très bonne première demi, ce qui a été énorme pour les Alouettes. C'est vraiment le jeu au sol qui a aidé, qui a donné le ton au match pour les Alouettes. Donc, Walter Fletcher a connu un gros match. Et encore une fois, tu remplaces Stanback qui vient de connaître sa meilleure game de la saison. C'est ça. Gros match de Walter Fletcher. On essaie juste de trouver quelques stats. All right. Donc, Caleb Evans ce soir, 8 en 13, 149 verges, 1 touché, 1 interception. Walter Fletcher, 15 tentatives de course, 73 verges, qui est très bon. Caleb Evans, 11 courses, 66 verges, 2 touchés au sol pour Caleb Evans. Walter Fletcher, 1 réception, 68 verges. Donc, ça, c'était énorme. T'sais, les receveurs, Phil Pott, c'est le seul qui a capté plus qu'une passe. Mais c'est un plan de match un peu différent ce soir. Tu as un corps arrière qui méchante belle game, l'attaque au sol, super bien fait. Bravo. Oui, absolument, Jimmy. Très bien dit. Mais c'est ça que j'allais dire. T'sais, quand tu changes de corps arrière, tu vas avec un corps arrière plus jeune. Caleb Evans a 25 ans, sa 3e saison dans la Ligue. Mais c'est sa première saison avec les Alouettes. Il faut changer de plan de match. Il faut féliciter les coachs parce que c'est un plan de match si Cody Fajardo joue et un autre plan de match si Caleb Evans joue. Donc, c'est sûr qu'ils ont sorti le gros plan de match. Fletcher doit jouer plus souvent, même quand stand-back. C'est ça. Alexandre, c'est un bon point, mais pas évident de faire embarquer 2 demi-offensifs américains sur le roster parce que si tu regardes, tu es supposé d'avoir 21 Canadiens, 20 Américains, puis d'habitude, quand tu as un backup, un réserviste, ce gars-là, il faut qu'il joue sur les unités spéciales aussi, plus que juste être un retourneur. Donc, c'est pas évident de faire embarquer 2 demi-offensifs américains. Si tu regardes BC, ils ont 2 bons demi-offensifs américains, ils ne peuvent pas faire embarquer les 2. Donc, c'est dommage que c'est comme ça, mais c'est pas évident. C'est pas évident de jouer avec les 2 porteurs de ballon américains. Donc, ils l'ont fait un peu l'année passée, mais cette année, c'est un peu plus compliqué. Puis je pense que on remarque qu'il y a beaucoup de profondeur, là. Allez regarder le site des Alouettes. Tu vas aller sur goasgo.com puis regarder le roster, l'alignement, puis regarder tous les joueurs qui sont sur la liste des blessés de 6 matchs. Je pense qu'il y en a une quinzaine, si je ne me trompe pas. Ce soir, j'aimerais le mentionner. J'espère qu'on va lui parler. Mais Reggie Stubblefield, 2 matchs de suite que le receveur qui couvre n'attrape aucune passe. Il a rabattu 4 ballons ce soir, si je ne me trompe pas. Donc, c'est quand même impressionnant de voir la profondeur. Reggie Stubblefield, pour vous donner un exemple, c'est un joueur qui a été retranché après le camp d'entraînement. Là, il y a une coupe de blessures au poste de demi-défensif. Tu le ramènes dans l'entourage de l'équipe et là, il est partant parce que tu as 3 gars qui sont blessés et il continue à très, très bien jouer. Sean Lemon a complètement dynamisé la ligne défensive. C'est beaucoup plus dur de bloquer tout le monde. 100%. Encore une fois, un autre sac du corps ce soir pour Sean Lemon. Et depuis la semaine de congé où ils l'ont embauché, Sean Lemon, le front défensif a changé. Là. C'est pas la même chose. Il y a plus de pression au poste de corps arrière. Excusez mon langage. Ouais, Simon, celui-là, je ne peux pas le lire en ondes. Je ne vais pas le lire. Mais merci pour le commentaire. J'apprécie la passion. Mais tu marques 41 points ce soir. Bruno, super match des Alouettes. Je lève mon chapeau à la défensive qui, malgré tous les blessés, offre des solides performances. Bravo à Noel Thorpe. Bruno, c'est justement ça que je disais, que je mentionnais. Tu sais, si tu regardes la tertiaire, et je vais inclure le secondaire du côté large du terrain qui était Najee Murray. Parce que ça, c'est vraiment une position. Oui, on appelle ça secondaire, mais c'est vraiment une position de demi-défensif. Si tu regardes le premier match de la saison, tu as Nafis Lyon qui était demi de coin. Tu as Deontay Evans qui était demi-défensif partant. Aussi, Raheem Wilson était un partant l'an passé. Donc, c'est beaucoup de profondeur que les Alouettes ont perdu. Et là, on a parlé de Najee Murray aussi, mais là, tu amènes J.R. Reed qui a très bien joué. 2 départs de suite, très bien joué. Stubblefield, on a mentionné, très bon. Tu as de la profondeur. Là. Kebion Ento, une autre interception ce soir. Cordell Rogers, 2 interceptions cette saison. Très, très bon. Très bon joueur. Donc, tu es rendu c'est pas tes backups qui jouent, c'est les backups des backups qui sont en train de jouer. Donc, chapeau à Danny Machocha et son staff parce que c'est clair que le niveau au camp d'entraînement, le niveau de compétition sur le terrain était vraiment élevé parce que, écoute, tu as des joueurs qui ont été retranchés, qui sont venus, et des gars qui ont commencé la saison sur l'équipe de réserve, sur l'équipe d'entraînement, qui sont là, qui sont rendus partants. Puis c'est rendu des joueurs importants. Donc, oui, écoute, il faut donner du crédit à Danny Machocha, Pierre-Yves Laverne, Jean-Marc Edmé, Byron Archambault, Éric Deslauriers. Ils ont fait du gros travail pendant la saison morte. Oui, de signer des joueurs connus, des joueurs qui ont de l'expérience dans la Ligue canadienne de football, mais aussi de trouver des joueurs qui étaient en dehors de la Ligue. Tu amènes des joueurs, tu ne sais pas ce que ça va donner. Tu n'as aucune idée de ce que ça va devenir s'ils sont à niveau pour jouer pro. Mais il faut faire confiance à tes dépisteurs, puis c'est ça que les Alouettes ont fait. Et là, ils se retrouvent avec une fiche de 5 victoires, 3 défaites. C'est une victoire de 41-12. Donc, énorme victoire. On va passer en anglais un tout petit peu. We're going to go to English a little bit because I know we have Alouettes fans coast to coast in Canada, and we have a lot of Alouettes fans watching in the United States. So we'll kind of just recap what went down. So the Alouettes win 41-12. Caleb Evans basically found out right before the game that he was going to start about a half hour before the game. That's when we found out anyway. And so he comes in, does a really nice job, was efficient, didn't have to come in and play hero ball. I think what he said, how many passes did we say? We said it was 13 passes, 8 completed tonight. So you're not coming in and winning the game with your arm, but he also added, 2 rushing touchdowns, 66 yards on the ground. So, credit to Caleb Evans for playing really, really well against a Saskatchewan team that, they have injuries as well, but that's a really good defensive front. Their front 7 is very good. So credit to them. The Alouettes, they were very good. And offensively, they did what they had to do. Tonight, it was one of those games where it was the running game that set the tone. Walter Fletcher played extremely well, 70-plus yards tonight on the ground. And yeah, I mean, it was really well done. And so I think we'll have some guests here. Are you ready to go now? I don't know, man. You tell me. You made plays. So here, come in. We have Josh Renantwi, number 20. First career CFL touchdown tonight. 17, 19 yards, I think it was. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Just take me through the play, what you saw, and what the feeling was like when you crossed the goal line.
It was just a run play, designed very well. Shout out to my offensive linemen, Landon Rice, Christian Met, Pio Lestage, Justin Lawrence, Nick Callender. Who am I forgetting? Am I forgetting anybody?
Gibbon got in there a little bit.
Yeah, Gibbon got in there too. But just shout out to my offensive linemen. They made it happen. Shout out to Regis and Tuck. They really blocked it up. And then, once I saw that goal line, it was God would have to come down here to stop me himself because I was crossing that goal line one way or the other.
I love it. I love the attitude. Look, not easy when you don't have your starting tailback and your starting quarterback tonight, but you guys you came out, you ran the ball down their throat. The running game, I really felt like you guys set the tone with the running game tonight. What's the mindset when you don't have two of your key players on offense, and how do you prepare for that during the week?
Well, Coach Maz always says if your name gets caught up, you got to step up, and he expects you to play like a starter. I feel like every guy in that locker room, whether we're the first string, second string, on a PR 6 game, whatever it is, we prepare every week like we're going to play because you just never really know what can happen. And I feel like from myself to Caleb to Fletcher, I feel like we did that tonight. Yeah.
Walk me through Fletcher and just what you saw from him. I mean, he's a guy who's come in, he only played one game this season, was really good last year. Just the roster dictates that. Just what'd you see from Fletcher tonight?
I felt like he got the run game going. He had that big catch, got us some yards, and he got us going and he got me going. Again, consummate professional. Every time he comes in there, there's no complaining. He shows up. Both him and I, we help each other out. We do the work and we try to uplift each other because it's not easy, sitting behind the best running back in the league and we'll stand back, right? But we get ready every week as we know that we can, and that showed up tonight here.
What are you going to do with the football?
I'm going to give it to my son, Adrian Antwi.
Very young son. How old?
Very young son. He's just turned 4 months old. And so, I'm going to get a football in his hands. And, I'm glad he was able to be in the stands tonight.
Congrats, Josh.
Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it.
Josh Renantwi, kind enough to join us here. You can come over as well. Mr. Wesley Sutton. All right. There we go. So congrats on the win tonight. I want to talk, before we get into the defense, I want to talk about the young DBs. I think we've talked about just the depth that you guys have. And I mentioned before, like, it's not even the backups that are in there. It's like the backups of the backups that are in there. And you guys are still getting the job done. Just, walk me through Ento, Rogers, even J.R. Reed at Sam, like what you've seen from those guys and how you've helped lead them here.
And I've seen them step up to the plate. They're ready to go when their number's called, and that's all we can ask for. They make plays when the plays are needed, and they're in the right spots. I get so excited, like when Ento jumped that pick and got the interception. It's like there's some things you can't coach, though. They're very gifted athletes, and I'm blessed to be a part of this group. And every day we just keep the main thing, and not look too far ahead, and put the past to bed and be present. And I feel like that's what's been helping us come out and dominate, really.
Yeah, I mean, defensively tonight, you guys would have had to stop at the goal line again. They wouldn't have got into the end zone. But just defensively, what worked tonight? I know they had to make the quarterback change because of injury, but you guys were locked in from the very beginning. You had the lead on the first drive, and you never gave it up.
Yeah. Credit to the offense. They came out first scoring drive, scored. And then, the pressure has been getting back to the quarterback, and that's helped us out so much. The quarterback's not comfortable, and we love that. And he's throwing picks. The ball's on the floor. Coach Thorpe has been calling like amazing plays, these past 2 games, and I'm just grateful to be a part of it. I feel like this is very special. I'm trying to stay in the moment, and enjoy it, but it's fun when you dominate as a defense.
I know there's a clutter of people on the fumble. Were you the one? I thought you were the one that knocked it out, the one that Bev scooped?
Yeah, I feel like I did. I don't know exactly. Everything happened so fast, but I saw him come. I went for the strip, and, I seen him. His face was in the dirt. So I'm like, ball out. And I know where it was, and I saw Bev pick it up and take it for 6. So.
You guys are a defense that scores. Like, you scored in Hamilton. Bev scored tonight. You guys have made some really big plays on defense. Like, has there been an emphasis? I mean, it's stupid to ask if there's been of course there's been an emphasis on that, but is there added emphasis on that? Like, what's been the reason behind that?
I just think just execution, you know, being in the right place at the right time. And it happens in practice. You know, we're a very dominant defense. We see a lot of great looks from our offense as well. And I was telling some of the receivers, like, you know, when we go against them in practice, it makes the game a lot easier. We have excellent receivers. We have excellent running backs, a great quarterback. And when you have that constant competition in practice, it makes things easier. And, you know, guys have a nose for the end zone. And it's just fun watching it.
Thank you, buddy. Enjoy. Congrats.
Appreciate it, Joey. Thank you.
Wesley Sutton des Alouettes de Montréal, qui est assez gentil. Can we get some? Let's get some. Hey, can we just grab Fletch, please? Just he's right there. Just maybe if we could tap him on the shoulder. On va parler à Walter Fletcher bientôt, mais on va résumer ce qui a été dit par Antoine. Écoute, premier touché. On va recommencer bientôt. Walter Fletcher, what's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you on the field tonight. Talk to me about being patient, because it's not easy. When you had the type of season that you had last year, you were really, really good on the field. And then, you know, the roster dictates who plays, who doesn't play. But just how tough is it to be patient, and how do you stay patient, and how do you stay ready when you're waiting for your number to be called?
It's not tough at all when you have this locker room behind you, man. Like, the coaches do a great job, you know, keeping me engaged, pretty much keeping me locked in, telling me there's a role for me on this team. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And every week I approach the week like I'm going to start or I'm going to play. So, you know, just staying mentally ready and staying in the playbook. And, you know, the time away helps me get more familiar with the playbook. You know, it's been a new offense. So personally, it's worked out for me because now I can just play fast and, you know, make plays.
I thought the run game from you guys, well, you and Caleb, helped set the tone. I thought the running back, you had the 68-yard catch and run. You guys really set the tone for the game. How much of an emphasis did you guys want to put on the run game, especially if with Cody not playing in this game and you have to go a little younger at quarterback?
It's a huge emphasis. You know, the run game sets the tone in this league. Even though it's 3 downs, the run game helps move the chains, also takes pressure off the quarterback. You know, Caleb hasn't played much, just like myself. So, you know, I feel like we use our legs very well, and we played to our strengths tonight, and we got the win. It's a team victory, man. Shout out to the O-line as well, man. Yeah. Those boys are working.
Yeah. Walk me through how important the first drive was. You know, you guys come out here, like we said, a couple backups out on the field. I mean, I think a lot of you guys can start anywhere else. But, you know, you set the tone with, you know, running the ball well, but scoring a touchdown on the opening drive. You know, we've talked about the red zone struggles at times this year, but to punch it in on the opening drive, how much did that help you guys kind of catch some wind in your sails?
It helps a lot, man. It's a 3-phase game. You know, when the offense does well, we score points. The defense is more excited. They have momentum going into that side of the ball. So we just want to do our part. And, you know, like you said, we struggle with the red zone. So Coach Moss really emphasized that the past 2 weeks in practice. And we're just blessed to execute and get this one, man.
All right, we talked about the 68-yard, the screen that you caught perfectly executed. You had to get down low to catch it, but you did. Just what's going through your mind when you see all that real estate in front of you? Are you thinking like, hey, I got to protect the ball, or just am I trying to score? Like, what's going through your mind at that point? Do you have time to think?
Yeah. When I caught the ball, I saw my 3 guys up front, you know, so that makes it easier for me, man. Those guys do their job every time, man. Shout out to the O-line, like I said, and shout out to AMAC as well, man. He had a heck of a block on the perimeter as well. That helped catapult that play another 30, 40 yards. So, you know, when it's space out there, you just want to make someone miss and get as many yards as you can. I was just glad to execute it, you know, put our team in a position to score.
All right, buddy. I was 70, what are we looking at? 68 receiving, 73 rushing tonight. So congratulations on that. You played an outstanding game, and enjoy the win.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, Walter Fletcher. Thank you, buddy. All right, hey, Caleb Evans, one of the funniest guys. No, you know what? I'm going to say it. Funniest guy on the team. It's not up for debate. I don't get to talk to you much, so I'm gonna milk this for everything it's worth. So we found out 30 minutes before the game that you were going to play. When did you find out that you were going to play?
You know, I'm going to say the same answer, man. That's right. Right before the game.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I just want it because the people want to know, and they don't believe me when I say it. So I figured I would ask you. So you found out. So how do you stay locked in? How do you stay ready to play?
I think, you know, it's like anything. You stay locked in throughout the weeks. I wasn't playing for 9 some odd weeks, so you just try to always prepare as if you're going to play, even if you don't play. So, and Coach, like I said, Coach Moss does a great job of talking about the guys in the hangar, guys staying ready, and it was just my opportunity. I think the guys around me played a big part in it. O-line played their butt off. Fletch had a great game running. So it was just a great overall team win, I think.
You mentioned Fletch. Antwi had the rushing touchdown as well. You had 2 on the ground. You had 66 yards. Fletcher had 73. I didn't see what Antwi had. I'll tell you in a second. But how did the run game set the tone for what you guys wanted to do offensively tonight in a 40-plus point performance?
I think it set the tone pretty well. I think it, like I said, it all starts with the O-line. They were moving guys out the way, opening up holes. And I think when you have Fletch running how he's running, I'm kind of sprinkling there running. It's kind of hard to predict who's going to have the ball. Antwi sprinkling in there and running. So we got a lot of guys running. It makes everything lighter around. I think the play calling a little easier. So it was just overall, like I said, good performance by everybody, and everybody chipped in to get that win.
Walk me through the touchdown pass to Austin Mack, because you dropped it in there right over a defender, right into his hands. Take me through that play and just, how good is Austin Mack?
Yeah, I think we all know how good he is, So it was just a great probe by the O-line. I had time to go through a read, see the safety go to the field, and I was like, all right, if I'm trust any guy out there, I'm going to trust Mack. Just give him a chance, throw it to him, and let him do what he does. And he had great yak yards after the catch, and he beat the guy, and the rest was history when you give it to Mack.
So this is your 3rd year in the league. You spent the first 2 with Ottawa, your first year in Montreal. How has the game slowed down for you? Because it does look like it slowed down for you.
Yeah, I think it's with anything. Like, the more years of experience you get, the more comfortable you get. And for year 3, like you said, I got more experience, more comfortability. And I think it's big time to have Cody on the sideline as well, to be able to, tell me what he sees on the sideline. And a big veteran that's always just chill, comfortable, and making jokes with you, to have you relax as well. So I think having that as well made me very comfortable.
The owner, Mr. Pelado, wants to speak to you, I think. So I'll give him a right of first refusal. Congratulations on the win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right. Caleb Evans of the Montreal Alouettes, nice enough to join us. Let's go. Kebion Ento. Kebion Ento va joindre à nous bientôt. Come this way, whatever you like. I like talking to you. It usually means that things went pretty well. Walk me through the pick. It's another one for you. I saw that you tipped it up, you grabbed it, and you were able to lock it in. But you did a great job of jumping the route. Wesley Sutton mentioned to us that you can't teach that stuff. You have to have those instincts, and you obviously have them. Just walk me through the pick.
Just got the call. Tried to look at D&D like always, and then tried to just draw the route. And usually a receiver runs through that, but I just tried to literally just drive through, kind of make a little contact, and luckily when I drove through it, I was the one in front of the ball, kind of hit my face mask and bobbled a little bit, but I kind of caught it at the end and just tried to make a play, make sure at the end of the day still get the ball back to the offense.
Just I was talking about this earlier. It's just you guys have come in. You Rogers have added a lot of attitude to the secondary. When veterans like Nafis Lyon went out. Ciante Evans went on as well. In Reggie Stubblefield, I have to mention Reggie had 4 knockdowns tonight. Just what's the attitude that the young guys to the CFL, the new guys, have brought to the secondary that's led to you guys having so much success here?
I think one is kind of knowing that we have to prove ourselves, and not only I guess to the CFL, but to our teammates. I mean, that's the ones you want to trust most is your teammates. So we talk about the standard a lot, and we talk about effort. We talking about just knowing things, knowing what to expect, and we talk about playing together. And we know we have some guys who are down right now, and they don't expect us to come in and, I guess what you would say, play like rookies. They don't expect us to be timid or scared. They expect us to be confident. And I mean, this is a good group of guys and a good group of guys to be around.
Stubblefield walked up to me at the end of the game, and he was coming after me like, "Hey, no catches again." I'm not doubting you. I like you. Just Reggie. It's an interesting story just because he got cut at the end of training camp. They had to bring him back, and he's come in here and. He says that he hasn't given up a catch in 2 weeks. Just, what is that attitude infectious when you have a guy with a chip on his shoulder come in and play as well as he has?
Definitely. I mean, Stubb been trying to communicate real good ever since he went to field half and everything. But, I mean, we saw Stubb do it in the preseason. We saw Stubb do it every day at practice. To be honest, I think it was, just a little surprising to all of us that he got cut. I mean, so to actually see him back and to actually see him back on the field doing well, I mean, it's expected. Like I said, it just probably happened to be a numbers thing, but he's proven why he should be here and why he should be a pro.
Don't judge me on this stupid question. I'm going to ask it anyway. You guys, how much of an emphasis do you guys put on being a scoring defense? Because, Wesley Sutton had a pick 6 in Hamilton. You had one a couple weeks ago in Calgary. The Bev ended up getting a scoop and score. Do you guys put an emphasis on that, or you just make the plays that are made? Like, well, how does that work? Like, how do you guys talk through that?
I think it feels good. It definitely feels good to score on defense. But I think our number one thing is to get the ball back to the offense. I mean, but when we get the ball in our hand, I mean, we turn into offense, and we just happen to have some real good clear lanes to go score. Yeah. But I mean, as a defensive player, when you get a chance to score, I mean, it's rare. And I mean, we just love the opportunity. Sometimes we do talk about when you get the ball, just make sure everybody blocking for somebody. Like Lemon last week, he reversed, but
he lost some yards on that play, but it's okay.
We try to make sure that when we do have the ball in our hand, that we are blocking for each other. We are trying to get each other to the end zone, but sometimes, it just out to the races. So,
thank you for this. Congratulations, and hopefully there's another pick next week, and I get to talk to you again. Well, we could talk either way.
Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Akari. I love you. Happy 9th birthday. And I'll call you in a minute, so ask your iPad or your phone or anything, but I love you, and I love my family back home. Hello to everybody, and good win.
I apologize for keeping you so long. Go make that call. Thanks, KB. I appreciate you. All right, KB Onento of the Montreal Alouettes, nice enough to join us on the show. Another interception for KB Onento. Guy can play football. Mais encore une fois, la grosse profondeur. Je sais qu'on a fait bien des entrevues en anglais, donc on va parler un peu en français. J'ai mentionné à une couple de joueurs, tu sais, le fait que c'est une défensive cette année qui ont quand même marqué des points. Tu sais, on l'a vu ce soir. Est-ce que, tu sais, le gros jeu de Beverett sur l'échappée qui a ramené pour un toucher, gros jeu il y avait Wesley Sutton à Hamilton qui a marqué un toucher. T'avais KB Onento il y a 2 semaines. Tu sais, c'est une attaque, c'est une défensive qui, cette année, provoque beaucoup de revirements, mais ils ont trouvé une façon de vraiment marquer, pas seulement causer des revirements, mais de marquer des points. Donc, c'est vraiment le fun. On va essayer, je pense qu'on a parlé à la majorité des joueurs à laquelle on voulait parler. Qui d'autre? Oui, on va continuer. On va faire un peu d'analyse. Mais c'est ça. Caleb Evans avait mentionné le jeu au sol, comment ça a bien fonctionné ce soir. Et ça a donné le ton au match. Et il faut se souvenir que Stanback n'a pas joué ce soir. Cody Fajardo n'a pas joué ce soir. Donc, en début de saison, on s'attendait à avoir une équipe qui courait le ballon beaucoup. Et là, ça n'a pas nécessairement été le cas, mais quand même, ce soir, je trouve que oui, il y a des fois cette année où ils ont bien couru le ballon, mais ce soir, c'était vraiment le jeu au sol qui a dominé. Et on l'a mentionné une couple de fois, mais c'est plus de 70 verges pour Fletcher, soit une autre 66 pour Caleb Evans, Joshua Nantwi avec un touché au sol. Donc, tu sais, ça a vraiment bien fonctionné ce soir, le jeu au sol. Et quand tu gagnes un match et que tu marques 42 points et que tu passes le ballon 13 fois, oui, c'est important. Et c'est ça que Paul dit. Paul, the talk before the season was about the Owls' running game and how dominant it could be. We saw it tonight. Paul, exactly what I just mentioned in French. It's, coming into the season, we thought that the Alouettes would be a team that would be, primarily a running team. And they've run the ball well at times this season. But it's one of those situations where, you do get to throw the ball quite a bit when you have a guy like Cody Fajardo. So, yeah, I think it's gone pretty well. But tonight you could tell that the running game really set the tone for what they wanted to do. Another guy who made some big plays tonight. I mean, we'll just keep talking every week because you're gonna keep making plays. Yeah, you look good.
Thank you.
Not as good as me, but no, I'm just messing with you. But another quarterback sack tonight. Defensively, I mean, you guys, all you gave up was the score at the end of the game, which it looked like you guys, were gonna stop them. But yeah, I mean, just walk me through what you guys were able to do defensively tonight.
Just play fast, execute the game plan. Coach Stork, Coach Quick, Coach Irvin, they do a great job with, game plans for us. So we just come out and we have the easy job, just come out and execute.
Just talk to me about, what you've seen from the defensive line in the front seven since you've been here. It was, front seven came under fire a little bit before you got here, but it seems like things have changed over the last couple of weeks since the bye week and you came in. Just what have you seen from this front seven?
Oh, guys that's willing to learn. Guys want to learn. Guys want to pick my brain on, me playing a lot of games in a lot of places, different places. So guys just willing to learn and go out and execute and play for one another.
I don't know how familiar you were with him before you got here, but just what can you tell me about Ty Beverett and what he brings to the will linebacker position on his defense?
He's so versatile. He can come up play in the box. He can drop in coverage. And, he puts the work in. You know what I mean? Like, he puts the work in. He does extra film study. And, he's just going to always play aggressive and make plays.
Stay healthy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
You got, another quarterback. You're making big plays every single week. I know I've asked you this, but just walk me through just your preparation. How do you? It's a short week. You didn't have much camp. Just walk me through how you prepare over the course of a week for your games.
For me, you just look at my opponent, look at my offensive tackles. I study offensive coordinators to see how they would try to attack us, try to attack me as a player. I'm my toughest critic, so anything I did bad in the last game, I want to clean it up. It's a big emphasis for me in the next week. So, and just come in and understand the game plan and just try to play as fast as possible and lead by example for the guys.
Appreciate this, Sean. Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sean Lemon of the Montreal Alouettes, nice enough to join us. I think we're going to wind down. We'll wind down here. Well done tonight. Yes, thank you. So, yeah. What's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Big game. So we are we're live, and these are things that happen live. But yes, the Montreal Alouettes win 42-12. I'm sorry, there's a lot of people that are saying hi to me. I'm trying to keep it on the tracks, but yeah, it was well done tonight. The defense has performed admirably. And, it's been a while. All right, I've been wanting to talk to this guy for a little while on this show. So I'm going to bring it in. You can come over this way. We're on the postgame show with Joey Alfiery, the rookie. All right, so it feels like you're making plays. You're making big-time plays, important plays at key moments in every game. You seem to pop up. Just talk to me about your knack for making big plays. Tonight there was a big TFL where you just had that burst up the field and you're able to bring down the ball carrier. Just walk me through what you're seeing on defense right now in your rookie season.
Honestly, I got good guys in front of me that teach me the ways and just sitting back and, learning each and every game. And I know I have the ability to make plays when they come to me. And today, that happened last game too. And, I just hope I continue to gain trust in the coaches to let them know that, I can really do this. And I'm happy for the success we got today as a team. We really showed out for the home crowd.
Yeah, just walk me through the mindset for the defense going into this game because, no starting quarterback, no starting running back. Right. You don't know what you're going to get. They performed, they balled out. But just what's the mindset on defense leading up to this game before you step on the field and it's 7-0 for you guys?
The mindset was just to go do what we can do. We know the type of guys we have on our team. We know on our defense, we know that we could take over a game when we really need it. And, we showed it today. We fired on all cylinders. When plays come up, we try to shut them out. Obviously, things didn't go our way, but we know that's the type of defense we have, and we're getting to the spots we need to get at the right moment, right time of the season. It's week 10, and we just know we can keep growing each and every week. And I know Montreal fans are very excited for what they have in store and what we could do.
Tonight, you guys had another ball tipped. The defensive lineman had a ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. You've had a few this season. The team has had a bunch as well. Just how much of an emphasis do you guys put on that during the week prepping for games?
A lot of emphasis. Coach calls it shot block. Yeah. There's certain plays where we know that we're not going to get there, and we know that the quarterback's getting the ball out short. It's not that high, so we can just get our hands up. We got some length on our D-line. I know I have the ability to get my hands up. I almost had one today, but we're just continuing to do our thing, and it's showing on the field. And I'm so happy for our team, and for Coach Moss as well. This is a former team, just to show him that we got his back as well.
What does Sean Lemon bring to this team since he joined from the bye week?
Oh, he brings a lot of leadership. Me and him have been having a lot of conversations. He sees things in me that I don't see just yet. I'm obviously very confident in myself and what I can do on the field, but he's a very successful, past. He's a really good vet, and he kind of taking me under his wing to just show me that I can be an even better football player.
Congrats on the win. Enjoy the week.
Thank you. Have a good night, man.
All right. Joey Alfiery, nice enough to join us. I think that might be it for the Alouettes post-game show. C'est tout. pour l'après-match des Alouettes de Montréal. C'est une victoire 41-12. 41-12, 42-12, 41-12. C'est beaucoup de points. Attends, je l'ai devant moi. 41-12, les Alouettes remportent ce match-là. Donc, prochain match à domicile le 2 septembre contre les Lions de la Colombie-Britannique. C'est un match que vous ne voulez pas manquer. Donc, achetez vos billets, goalsgo.com. Merci beaucoup tout le monde pour les commentaires. Merci pour tout l'engagement, pour toutes les questions. Merci aux joueurs pour les entrevues. Mais on est de retour la semaine prochaine. C'est sur la route à Ottawa. Faites le voyage. C'est pas loin, 2 heures de route, un peu moins de 2 heures de route. Donc, prochain match sur la route, c'est samedi soir prochain contre le Rouge et Noir. Et comme on a mentionné, prochain match à domicile le 2 septembre, 19h, billet goalsgo.com. Merci beaucoup tout le monde et passez une bonne soirée.